Okay, well, welcome to Boating While Disabled. The hardest thing I have is trying to decide, how do I title this? I know, to me, disabled I accept. I don't accept handicapped. Handicapped to me means a horse race. I'm not in a horse race. This is my life. I'm disabled. Right now, as you can see, I have a wrist that had surgery and is recovering. But now I'm on the boat. It's healed enough that I feel safe going on and off the boat. I don't feel safe using this hand to grab anything, but for the most part I can survive this way. What I really want to do is be able to work, but I can't. I can barely hold a coffee cup. I can't push things. I can't push because there's no strength. My thumb, my forefinger are numb. So right now I have a disability that is preventing me from actually doing a lot. So that's, boating while disabled. How about a scratch? What if you scratch your little finger? You don't dare go in the water, or you want to go do something else. So we've got to come up with, is a disability supposed to be huge, important, missing limb, paralyzed leg like I have? Those are disabilities, but also something that prevents you from doing what you need to do. Push a button with a finger that may be cut, or perhaps just go swimming. You can't swim. Infection. It's one of the things about the bay, is the Chesapeake Bay, is that it has a lot of pollutants in it. It's not exactly a sewer like it was a few years ago, but it's still not the cleanest place to fall in. So overall, what is it? What am I trying to cover boating while disabled? And I think we are in a way disabled, but we aren't. We find ways to get around the things that are preventing us from doing certain things. I have a picture, I'll show the video of one of the other dock members who's down in my small compartment trying to work on my water heater. I physically don't fit. Also, I can't do it. Even if I could physically fit, I couldn't do it because of the hand, or my back, or my legs. So this is what we're working with, is boating while disabled. And I think it's important to understand that we have limitations, but there's ways around limitations. One-armed sailors can do it. People with back injuries can sail. It just takes some creativity and some work. Personally, I think it's important that we all go off and do what we want to do. Mentally, it's better to be out doing something than to lay in a stupid bed or sit in a chair all day. We can do it, and I think it's important that we do try. Now, I know I scared the hell out of my doctors quite often, because at times I was in a wheelchair, and I'd get out of that, I'd drive 3 hours, get to my sailboat, get aboard, and then start sailing. Now, it can be rough, but we can do it, and it's important to start thinking that way. Over time, I hope to provide little shots of people doing things to make their life better on board. Electric winches are one thing for sailboats and power boats. You have an electric winch for your anchor, and then on a trawler or something you need to move a line, electric winches. On my sailboat, I have all lines leading to the cockpit, so I don't have to go up on board. I have worked it pretty much into what I need, but I think I'd still like to put 2 electric winches on a sailboat, make it easier to use. Can you? Yes. Can you make something better? Yes. And is it important to do so? I think so. I think just getting out and about and meeting, sort of meeting this marina, there's lots of help. I found this at other marinas. People are willing to help. Now, I can afford to pay some So I pay people to help me. It's like I can't climb a ladder right now. I can't. Don't dare risk trying to get up there and use my hand to grasp something. It won't work. It physically will not grasp. So I can't go up a ladder, but I can have somebody take care of my sailboat for me, and they're willing to do it. And I pay them to do it. There's no reason not to. They're taking their time out of their lives to go do something that needs to be done for me. And I feel comfortable about that and rather happy. Especially in these times where people may be out of work. It's very important to help them, help their lives. When being disabled is not a permanent or temporary, it's temporary, permanent, it can be both. You can have multiple disabilities that each one by itself is nothing, but if it's over that, then it really hurts. If it affects how you function anywhere, on the boat, on dry land, it can be a disability. So what you need to do is make the decision yourself. For me, I'm disabled. I'm really disabled, from the top of my head to the bottom of my toes. There's a lot of damage to my body that occurred over the years. So I have to plan. You got to be creative on handling things. Be smart. So what I'm thinking is the series will definitely go on for a long time. There's little things like how to set up your cabin, how to set up your cockpit, how to run the lines, and even how to install cranes, special slings, everything to get on board. So I'm going to continue this. I think you should too. So your information is very important to spread around. How do you handle it? Behind me on my right shoulder is Buena Ventura. She has the orange balls hanging off the side to keep her from bashing the dock too hard. I'm enjoying life. Then that's because I'm out in the world. I can't stand sitting in an apartment. I can't stand sitting in my house. I can't stand sitting around in an office. I've got to get out and do stuff. And it's been my life. And I'm happy to continue doing that. I think you should consider your situation. Does it make sense to go out and be out in the outdoors alone? It may not be. I still single hand. I've had crew on board, but I like to single hand. It helps with the PTSD. In fact, I find it very calming to be out alone, my thoughts, the water, and it's very important for me that way. So I hope you can continue listening, watching, supplying me with information, and I appreciate your support. That's Gail. Her day job is surface dock, but when she's at the marina, she gets to be dog for a while. Which let's see around here. Whoops, what's the setting doing? Heavy on. There we go. Had the gimbal set in the wrong setting. There we go. There she is. Ventura's out here. Pirate ship behind her. Other ships up and down a dock. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I've been laid low. And sometimes you get stuck with a virus, a norovirus in this case, So I'm stopped, not going anywhere. So let's head on back. Need to get out and get a tool. Even though it's hot and muggy, there's a nice breeze.